All right, let's go. It has been a painful few days of declines throughout the crypto market. This really seems to be the only valid explanation. Personally, I may have to rethink my entrance to Christmas dinner. But when you zoom out, this shakeout effort seems pretty weak from the bears, and in the end, I'm confident they're gonna get knocked the fuck out.
I must admit, I have bought huge bag of XRP.
And that may be the smartest thing he's ever said. Because if we take a look at this chart from Steph is Crypto on X, we can see the previous two bull cycles for XRP both lasted for 497 days. And if we look at this cycle, we are barely at 200 days.
I think the weakness we've seen over the last few days is a healthy pullback. If you look at the crypto market, big picture, it's run up substantially since the election. We saw a lot of leverage build up in the system, and this is a natural washing out of leverage. There's been about $2 billion of forced liquidations over the last 2 days. This has happened in crypto since its very earliest period. We need to reset the leverage levels, and then we'll build from there. But the long-term drivers are still intact. We're still in a strong bull market. I think Kathy is right about where this is going. We feel exactly the same at Bitwise.
This administration is going to support innovative strategies, anything that will accelerate the growth, increase the productivity of our economy.
I'm aligned with Kathy in thinking that the institutions have now started moving in size. When you saw the 15 straight days of inflows into the Bitcoin ETFs post-election, I believe that was institutional capital.
And history does not have to repeat itself, but there is also this.
You're fired. Get out of here.
Stop crying, you pussy. Shit's about to go nuts.
What the hell are you doing?
Conscious.
Oh, are you all right? How did
It truly feels like we are entering a new era where
Woke is bullshit.
but for now,
Let's all party like tomorrow is the end of the world.
okay, so we got a lot to cover. XRP, Bitcoin, Trump, even Sam Bankman and FTX are back in the news. So if you're not already, it's time to get into the holiday spirit. Let's start right here from one of the top crypto exchanges, Bitstamp. XRP gonna make history next year. Here are 7 events that could potentially lead to an exponential XRP upsurge. And you probably know what these 7 things are already. Obviously, we had the launch of RLUSD stablecoin, Ripple winning its lawsuit against the SEC, an XRP ETF approval, altcoin season, SEC chair departure,
I didn't know he was that unpopular.
Trump's inauguration, and global regulations. And really, Gary leaving will definitely spur along some of the items on this list, like the potential XRP ETF.
You see, BlackRock has a big black cock, and it's nearly entering my beehole.
The crazy thing is, this was all set up to happen 4 years ago, but then the US government decided to implement Choke Point 2.0. Take a look at this, because I think what most people don't understand yet is that we are about to see some major changes. Trump might not be able to fire Powell, but he can remove everyone else at the Fed.
Jay Powell has you by the balls. God bless my money printer.
This article goes on to say that at this point, it seems like Trump cannot directly fire Fed Chair Jerome Powell, but he may target other Biden-appointed Fed members like Michael Barr, Adriana Kugler, Philip Jefferson, and Lisa Cook. Trump could lobby Congress to amend the Federal Reserve Act or demote Powell from his chair role. While legal barriers do exist, Trump may test them, potentially destabilizing the Fed's independence.
I think the Fed is out of control. I think what they're doing is wrong. The Fed is far too stringent, and they're making a mistake, and it's not right.
More big news right here. Trump appoints former college football player, GOP House nominee Bo Hines to head Crypto Council. Article is linked below, but to summarize, Trump appointed Bo Hines, a former congressional candidate and college football player, as executive director of his Crypto Council. he'll be working with David Sachs to promote digital asset growth in the US. Trump also appointed Stephen Miran to lead his Council of Economic Advisors. This is a guy who has been critical in the past against heavy financial regulations that stifle innovation. So not just one, but two crypto-friendly appointees. As we see this post on X from Bo Hines from January of 2024, cryptocurrency is the epitome of individual empowerment in finance. We don't need the government stepping in and slapping burdensome regulations on financial innovation. This new sector needs the freedom to grow organically. Decentralized finance is the way of the future if regulators don't crush it. And now it becomes his responsibility to make sure that they don't. I swear, every day literally feels like when you're about to leave the party, but then your favorite song comes on. A quick check-in on RLUSD, just looking beautiful. And stablecoins may actually play a more important role than people think.
SpaceX uses these stablecoins. How? How do you think they collect payments from all the Starlink customers? When they aggregate them in all of these long-tail countries, they don't want to necessarily take the FX risk, the foreign exchange risk. They don't want to deal with sending wires. So what they do is they'll swap into stablecoin, send it back to the United States, and then swap back to US dollars. I think we need to make those rails the standard rails in the United States. And what that does is it allows us to chip away at all of this decrepit infrastructure that the banks use to sort of slow down and tax a process that should never have been taxed.
And I just saw this the other day. FTX Sam Bankman-Fried rumored to be considered for presidential pardon.
The only fraud that was committed was from my fuck buddy and CEO, Caroline Capital. However, her vacuum-like suction cup mouth persuaded me to hire her.
And we see this post from Elon on X. I will be shocked if this doesn't happen. But if you did lose money during the FTX collapse, we finally have this news. FTX will repay customers in early 2025 via Kraken and BitGo. And I will leave links below if you need help filing a claim or getting your money back.
Fuck FTX.
I couldn't agree with you more. All right, let's take a look at some price action. We'll start right here. Fun fact, less than 7% of the global population is invested in crypto. So for all the market cap mathematicians that love to comment, there's no way XRP is going to $50. Do you know what that will do to the market cap? Yes, I know how market cap works. You're not the only one that can take out a calculator and multiply two numbers together. But take into account that 93 out of 100 people still don't own any cryptocurrency. Analysts identifies timeline for XRP to hit $41, citing Tesla path with a factor of 10. And that analyst is friend of the channel, eGrad Crypto, who predicts XRP could follow Tesla's 2018 to 2023 growth path, potentially surging 1,667% to reach $41 within 91 days. As we look at this, he is drawing parallels to Tesla's rebound from $12 to $410. eGrad believes XRP's current decline mirrors Tesla's early struggles. After a drop to $1.20, XRP may rally to $2.40 before hitting $5.60 and eventually reaching $41. This forecast compresses Tesla's 912-day climb into just 91 days for XRP, reflecting the faster pace of crypto markets compared to stocks. And if we take a look at this from Ali Charts, the most significant support threshold for Bitcoin is between 99,000 and 97,000, based on the cost basis distribution. We really don't want this level to become resistance. And this is a really interesting stat from Sentiment. Breaking, crypto's further flush has sent Bitcoin's crown sentiment down into its most negative statistical point of the year. Vocal traders are now showing severe FUD, and that's good news for contrarians who know markets move the opposite direction of retail's expectations. All right, let's take a look at some buy and sell levels for XRP. As we take a look at the crypto fear and greed index, we are still in greed, but definitely cooled off a little from the days of extreme greed and trending towards neutral. You can even see data from Google Trends showing a peak in interest on December 2nd with a steady decline after. As we look at the weekly chart for XRP, there are some warnings that we need to pay attention to. If the stochastic RSI crosses and stays below this 80 level, this red line right here, and the RSI stays below the moving average, which is this yellow line here, one would expect an even deeper correction down to within this orange Fibonacci retracement box, which is between $1.01 and $1.41. If we do land within this orange box, and the fear and greed index turns to fear, this would be a great spot to add towards your position. Of course, if XRP heads higher, I'll be watching this level around $3.37 as a first take profit zone. This price target is based on the measured move from the triangle breakout. And I'll keep you updated as more information becomes available, but with this being the last video before the Christmas holiday, I wanted to share with you some of my very favorite Christmas sweaters. So I hope you all enjoy your holidays, and if you have a couple more minutes, you may also like this video here, where we look at dates for XRP to get to $6 and then to $40. Until the next time, be safe.